Hi, good morning. My name's Kirsten Crothers and I'm a UK registered dietitian. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about diets and the concept of a diet and why diets don't work as such, or why I don't feel like they work at all, to be honest. So a diet as such, I don't mean just people who are trying to lose weight, but it could be any dietary change really. So of course people who are trying to lose weight, but also maybe trying to gain weight, change their habits for their bowel health, just eat a little bit healthier, or change their diet because they may be getting older and their needs are changing. But it's basically any dietary change and they're changing to be on this diet as such. So the reason I don't think that they work is because as soon as you say to yourself, I'm on a diet, it immediately becomes a temporary thing. It's, in your mind, it's then becoming a change that you're going to have to do for a period of time to get your goals. So it could be you're thinking, right, I'm going to be on this dietary changes diet for until I get down to my goal weight or up to my goal weight, whatever it is, and then I can't wait to come off it. But as soon as you think that, you're kind of setting yourself up to fail as such, because the thing is that food changes and health changes aren't temporary. You have to stick with them and you have to keep going at them forever, essentially. So it is a lifestyle change forever. And as soon as you think that you're on a diet, it immediately becomes temporary. The other reason I don't feel that diets work is because of this temporary persona of them. Is a lot of people tend to just make too many changes at once, which is really unsustainable. So I've seen clients come into me who said, "Oh, I always feel like I'm on a diet," and generally that's the reason is because they've made too much of an extreme change or too many changes in a small period of time. And this has essentially resulted in them then relapsing back to their old ways. So, it might be that you're someone perhaps that drinks quite a lot, likes a few glasses of wine in an evening, and you've then thought, oh, I know this is bad, I want to change it, so I'm just going to stop drinking altogether. Now, that in essence is very good, but realistically, it's only going to work for so long. So it's only going to work for maybe, it could be a week, it could be even a few months if you're really motivated, but at some point you're going to relapse. So what I want you to do is, instead of being on a diet, regardless of what your goal is to actually think about looking at changes. So what I do with my clients is get them all to do a food diary. And if you've been to my clinics, you'll know all about this. You do a food diary for a week. Don't change anything this time. Be really honest. Eat as you would do or drink as you would do normally. Keep the same exercise habits as you would do normally. Perhaps even if you are getting any digestive health symptoms, write down what those are. And then at the end of this period of the week, have a look back through your normal dietary intake, your lifestyle, and just think, right, what could I change? And just change one thing, okay? Now, and again, it needs to be realistic. So as dietitians, we always talk about SMART goals. So they have to be SMART, being specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So, for instance, going back to the alcohol idea, if you just said, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol, that is very unrealistic. It's quite specific, and there's no real time period on it. So, for instance, a better one would be perhaps, I'm going to start, right, so you pinpointed your alcohol as a problem, I'm going to start drinking no more than 2 glasses of wine a night, okay? And I'm going to do that for a good 6 weeks, and then I'm going to reevaluate. So essentially you made it specific, you made it 2 glasses, so it's very specific on what you're doing. Measurable, very measurable. You could even keep your food diary and drink diary as such, even on a phone, so you're measuring it. Achievable is more realistic, so it should be achievable for you. But equally, if you get a week into this change and you're not really, you find it very difficult, just reevaluate and maybe then make it a little bit easier for yourself. Realistic again, and then timely. So you've given it that month, that's 6 weeks. For some people, it could be that actually this is going to be changed over a long period of time. So it might be that you just change one little thing, and you say, right, I'm going to do that one little thing until I reevaluate for maybe 3 months. So it could be that exercise is a really weak point for you, for instance, and any exercise at all is a bonus. So you think, right, I'm going to start going for 1 walk a week. Or it could be that you're going to go for a 10-minute walk every single day. So 10 minutes doesn't sound very much, but for you, you've gone from doing nothing to suddenly doing exercise every single day. So then to have it, you say, right, I'm going to do that for 3 months, reevaluate, and then change it up, maybe increase it a little bit more. I think, right, actually, I'm actually really into this exercise. I'd like to join a gym or maybe go to a class or something different. And then you'll find you can stick to these changes, as I said before, forever. Because with any dietary changes or lifestyle changes, it is forever, regardless of what your goal is, because otherwise you're just going to revert back. And mentally, you know, as I said, with many of my clients, I say, oh, I always feel like I'm on the diet. And it's because they've made these changes and they're just completely unrealistic, so they never stick to them. And also, they're often unnecessary. You know, you don't need extreme changes. It is just tweaking, fine-tuning, finding what works for you, finding what's right for you, and then again, reevaluating it and moving on. So I hope that helped a little bit. So just remember to make achievable changes, make them realistic, and then you'll feel a little bit better, and you'll start to see real results that are with you for a long time. Okay, thank you.